Yo, this app is the shit, son. I can make some crazy shit. Let me see this. What's going on, people? It's your boy 3MG representing 3MG Nation, back here with another video. So a game called Carmageddon Max Damage has been announced for the PS4, Xbox One, and of course the PC. I know the game originally started on PC in 1997. Publishers were Square Enix Europe, and the developers are Stainless Games. And the game is like a violent vehicular combat game, heavily influenced and inspired by the movie Death Race, which came out in 1975. But I know they have a recent one that came out a couple years ago. So you get an idea of what the game is about. Super violent, running over people, doesn't even matter, blow up cars. So, and it's a racing game. So I like that aspect of the game. So I'm glad that the game, I know it was on PS1 if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really kept up to date, but the game got some years in. It's an OG and it's almost like a classic. So I'm glad to see that it's coming out. It looks great to me. So I really hope that the game is going to deliver. I still consider it. Is that considered indie? I should make a video on that. Are games considered indies even when they've been out for years, or what's considered an indie and what's considered AAA? Well, that's another subject. But yeah, that game is coming out in mid 2016. But yeah, a lot of these games that are that stopped coming out for consoles, a lot of people forget that a lot of these games that started on PS1, Sega and everything ended up being PC exclusive at the end, because I think publishers like Square Enix or EA or all these big companies kind of split off, you know, and basically just ended ties with these studios, and they became independent studios and basically you could say indie developers, because they ended up dropping only for PC, which is where the you could say the opportunity is set for them. So I'm glad to see that this is coming back out and it's on the PS4. Like I said, I've been out of the loop with this game in years. I just know it came out in 1997. They also been having some recent ones like Carmageddon, Reincarnation, which is super violent, blood and gory. So I'm glad to see that this game is coming out. Another game that's coming out is called Snow, which is developed by Propermost Productions, and honestly, it's a simulation skiing game, open world, play with multiplayer and everything, customized character, gear, leveling up. I hope that you get to customize your own ramps and fucking ski mountains, whatever. But I tried it a little bit and I was like, yo, another simulation game that I know I'm gonna be into, and I'm just glad that consoles will get this experience. Actually with Snow, Xbox One may have to wait on that game because there's a time exclusivity contract going on with Sony and this game in the studio. So yeah, it's only gonna be timed exclusive, but I'm happy once again to see at a game like this, especially being at a simulation. You know, it takes you away from the arcade style games, which is great and it's wonderful, but sometimes, you know, it's good to play other games. Like you got the guys like my boy Fry, Abel and them, you know, they play the tactical shooter, you know what I'm saying, the realistic tactical shooter. There's a game like Squad that's out, right? Realistic tactical shooter that takes you away from the arcade bullshit. And then believe it or not, some people may not like that, but if you get behind the keyboard or behind the controller of a game like that, everything is rewarding in that game. From going into different trenches, different areas, locations, from fucking killing an enemy is definitely rewarding than if you're playing an arcade shooter, which kind of gets boring after a while, because obviously it's the same style all the time. Whereas in more simulation games, the depiction of just reality is more embracing, and I can actually enjoy it more. It's more enjoyable than playing the same style arcade game. So I think simulation is good to keep in your library, and it's something good to experience. So I'm happy once again that these games are dropping on the PS4 and Xbox One. And also, like we just heard recently, you know, H1Z1's coming out for consoles too. So I'm happy that some PC games, platformers are just coming out now for the consoles. Hopefully we see more in the future. But let me know what you guys think. It's your boy 3MG, representing 3MG Nation. Are you happy for Carmageddon? Have you looked up any gameplay? Have you ever heard of the game, tried the game? Same thing with the game Snow. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. But it's your boy and I'm out of here. Peace.